All right, so I haven't done this in a while. Welcome to another day in the life with a toddler working from home vlog.
You in the past, I'm in the future. You mad, they don't salute you. I need a
Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, my name is Keela Trishan and I make videos on lifestyle, insurance, and mental health. I also do vlogs, day in the life in the insurance industry, day in the life with a toddler, all the things. So if that's something that interests you, go on ahead and click that subscribe button below. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything from me. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back and thank you for your support. All right, so today's a little different. I have the baby home with me today. The reason why he's home is because his school was going on a field trip and he was not hyped about the place they were going. So yeah, I just decided to go on ahead and keep him home. And today specifically, I don't have anybody to look after him, but it's fine because I don't have any inspections set up. I'll just be working from home. But this is going to kind of be like if you're an OG and you've been watching since I was working my total loss adjuster job a couple years ago, then you know he was much smaller and we were working from home together exclusively. So it's a little different. He's bigger, he's a little older, he's got his own little things that he does, but he's also a little more needy. He can talk, you know, he wants me to stop doing what I'm doing to help him out with stuff. So we're gonna see how that goes today. I'm gonna still go back to the basics, like as far as routines. I got him set up before I log in. I log in about 5 minutes, but got him together, brushed his teeth, washed his face. I kept him in his pajamas, you know, because it's still early. So I'll change him out of his pajamas and put him in some actual clothes later. But I got his favorite show on. He's had breakfast. He's chilling right now. So I'm about to have my breakfast, which is just some oatmeal. And I start off the morning with water and then I'll have coffee later. But yeah, so I'm just going to do that, log in. And then there's like one major task that I need to work on. Everything else should be smooth sailing. I'm hoping because he's home. But, you know, we'll see. So if you're interested, go on ahead and stay tuned. All right, y'all. So I just logged in about like 15 minutes ago. While I was logged in, I was eating my breakfast and all that good stuff because you got to have nourishment. So I was doing that. Gave the baby something to draw on so he could be occupied. He was trying to draw on my work notes, but I had to stop him from doing that. So gave him something to work on and he's watching his little cartoon. So he's occupied. And yeah, so I just want to tell you about like a little annoying situation that just came in and it's even more annoying. But basically, this customer, I had an issue making payments like the last few days. And it kind of started last week. So they were trying to like figure it out, like what was going on. And they finally figured it out. But basically, I wasn't able to issue any payments in the beginning of the week. Okay, baby, that's really, no. You can't play with that. Not a Sharpie. Get another little, like, get one of those little safe pens. So you can use the pen that you had. Anywho, so basically I was, sorry, y'all, this boy was trying to use a Sharpie and, you know, I can't let the kid use a Sharpie. But anyway, so okay, take that over there, honey. Take it over to the table. So I log in after having all these issues this week with trying to make payments. I finally was able to make this guy's payment yesterday because he was like bugging me like every single day, multiple times a day. Can you make payment yet? Can you make payment yet? Can you make payment yet? And I'm like that's not gonna help you get your payment. If I can't make the payment, I just can't make the payment. You know, it was one of those things. I literally was being blocked by the system. So you calling me every like 10 minutes is not gonna get the payment issued any quicker, you know. So it got to a point where like I would talk to him like once a day and give him the update, and I would just repeat myself like as soon as I have clearance to do it. He can't even start on his repairs for like a few weeks because he's going out of town. I get why you want to get paid. I completely get it, but I'm like, I physically can't do it right now. Like I'm literally waiting for IT to clear my profile. So you just have to wait, you know. Anyway, so finally get the go yesterday to make this payment. I make the payment and then I come in today and it's saying that the system rejected it. So I'm just like, oh my God. Anyway, so I'm gonna reissue that check again. He's out of town, so I don't know if he's gonna be blowing me up like how he was, but I want to get that out so then the email can go to him so he can just leave me be. And then when he comes back, I'm gonna get him set up with a contractor for repairs. Then I have another lady. So I talked to her like last Friday. There wasn't really much to update on because she was going through an abatement and then she had to finish her mitigation with her vendor. So I was under the impression that those two things were still going on as of Friday. I have an update in my notes, whatever, to reach out tomorrow, which is Friday. But she reached out to me via text message yesterday asking like, oh, what's going on? She said that she said nothing's happened. Okay, baby, that's fine. She said that she doesn't think that anything has happened since like either Monday or Friday. I can't remember. So I need to follow up with them and figure out what's going on because she's in temporary housing. And when someone's in temporary housing, you want to make sure things are moving because obviously we are paying by the day, the month, the week, however long they're in temporary housing. So yeah, that's what's happening. So I'm going ahead and first things first, I'm gonna reissue this check because if the system rejects it again, then I want to be able to like issue like a physical check by the end of the day. Right now, I'm trying to send it to him like a digital situation, whatever, like where he can go on and log on and see. No, not a Sharpie. Where he can go on and let the system know whether he wants a check, direct deposit, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, and then I'll get back with you guys in a little bit. I'm glad you like Cool Whip, honey. All right, y'all. So wait, hold on, baby. So I just reissued that payment, and I just followed up on one of the other claims I was telling you guys about. The lady was asking for an update. So I need to reach out to her vendors to see if they're done, because if they're done, then she can go on ahead and move to repairs. So just waiting for them to respond back. It's still early, so I like to give people, you know, a few hours, even a day, honestly, to reach back out. But typically these vendors will reach out within like, you know, a couple hours, whatever, and let me know what the update is so I can tell her. But anywho, I'm about to work on an estimate now. So I got a transfer claim at the end of last week. And because I wasn't able to make payments, wasn't really much I could do on that claim. So now that I'm able to make payments, I'm going to update the information that the previous adjuster wasn't able to. And then I'm going to submit that payment for approval. So I want to try to get that out. Since it's Thursday, I want to try to get that out today. Because I like to, if you guys have been watching me, you know, I try to get as much as I can done, one, in the morning, but then two, like before the end of the week, like things that are pressing, because I like to try to start the new week off fresh if I can. Now, it's not always possible because you're just going to have things that are going to linger or things that you're not really able to do anything with. But when I can control it, I like to control it. And the reason why I say that is because claims can be a lot of waiting, and it can be a lot of things that you can't control, a lot of things that like you just, you know, like your hands are tied. So the things that I know I can go in and like knock out, I try to get those things done ASAP. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. And then super random. So this is so random. But basically, I started watching this show on TikTok. I know it sounds crazy, but if you like are on TikTok, whatever, you might see people post like clips from different shows. Like they'll post just random clips, whatever. So I tend to get into those clips because they always post like the good ones. So I found that show, Sisters on BET. I found that show, and now I watch that show. And then this other show that I've been like addicted to on TikTok is called The Rookie. It comes on ABC. And I feel like I've heard of it before, but like I never actually watched it. And back in the day, I used to always watch like ABC, like primetime shows. Like, you know, when Scandal was coming on, I would watch Scandal. Didn't really get into like How to Get Away with Murder that much, but like the Scandals, the Grey's Anatomies, like those things I would watch. So this show, The Rookie, is really freaking good. So it prompted me to go look and see, okay, like where is this show playing at? And I can watch it on Hulu. So I think I'm going to start watching the actual show on Hulu as opposed to these TikTok clips, but it's good. So if y'all haven't watched it, you should check it out. Anyways, enough of me rambling. Let me go on ahead and start adding in these line items so I can get this payment out. That's another thing. Depending on how your company is set up, like I feel like the earlier you get the payments out, especially if you need approval, the better chance you have of getting your manager to approve it that day. Like usually payments that I get out like later in the evening probably won't be approved till after I log out or even like the next day. So if I can get something done like in the morning, so then I can send the customer all their documents like right away, that's a win. So yeah, let me go ahead and work on that while baby is still occupied. Since I'm working from home with a toddler, you know, you gotta use your downtime, because at some point I'm gonna be asked for food. At some point I'm gonna be asked for I don't know, like time to play. I'm gonna be asked for something. So I try to take these little quiet moments in stride and also film. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. So you gonna let me work? I gotta finish this estimate. You wanna go sit on the couch while mommy does that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I can take you to the couch. Sicko. I just wanted to reach out to you on the claim numbers. I just wanted to reach out on this one because I know you had told me last week that you guys had already started the pack out. and you guys were trying to be finished by last Friday so the abatement can be started. We did actually have a vendor go in to also give us a pack out estimate. So I wanted to discuss that with you because theirs is about half the price of yours. And then also I wanted to see if you guys had already started, just so we can kind of figure out the next steps so we can get the abatement started because they're in temporary housing. You can give me a call back whenever you have a chance, or you can respond to my email because I'll send you a follow-up email. Thank you. All right, y'all. So I had to take a quick break to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for the baby. It was an emergency. Did you like your peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah.
Okay. So he liked his peanut butter and jelly, so we're good there. I've been on the phone actually with a few vendors. So the claim I was telling you guys about earlier where I was trying to get the abatement scheduled and pack out and all that good stuff. So I just talked to everybody. Seems like we're on the same page. I was able to negotiate a pack out, like a lower pack out for the vendor that the customer's using for their mitigation. So, you know, that's all. Ooh, I almost dropped it. That's always a win. So I'm just about to put my notes in the file. Your notes can save you. So make sure that you're putting in detailed notes and try to put it in as close to when you have the conversations as possible so you don't miss anything. So I'm actually about to go through and just document all my conversations. And I'm waiting for that vendor to actually schedule the pack out with the customer. It's supposed to take place this weekend. This is Memorial Day weekend. So they said they could do it this weekend and then hopefully everything will be cleared out. So the abatement vendor can get in, do what they got to do, which is usually like a day or two. And then mitigation can be complete and we can get this lady towards repairs. So I'm glad that she reached out to me because I was under the impression that everything was being taken care of, but it seemed like they were waiting for each other and weren't communicating. So now I know with these vendors, I'm gonna have to, you know, stay involved because what's happening. So anyways, yeah, let me go ahead and work on that. I just want to let you guys know what's going on. I had to, you know, I've been in mom mode and I've been in employee mode. So as I've said before in like different videos, it's important. Like I'm in an hourly job now and we are required to take 2 breaks and a lunch. So I use my break time to get the baby situated, make his little peanut butter and jelly sandwich, take him to the bathroom, get him good to go, put on his show or another show, you know, to keep him occupied. So that's been done. Hold on, baby, I'm filming.
I know it's Doc McStuffin.
Doc McStuffin? Okay, so now we got a request for Doc McStuffin, so I'm going to go in and take care of that. But yeah, so keeping him occupied is like the biggest thing so I can get things done and making sure that he is fed and good to go. So yeah, anyway, I need to give myself a snack too, but that's a whole other, okay, baby. That's a whole other situation. So I'll check back in, but I just want to let you guys know what's going on and you know how I'm handling it. So it's getting close to lunchtime and I'm hungry. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to lunch. I'm gonna have to go inside there and have me a little snack, but you hungry too?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't plan very well for this day. What you want to eat?
I'll eat something better.
He said something better, so I'm good with something better.
Tacos.
Listen, this why he my kid, okay? Because we love some tacos. We like tacos, huh? All right, y'all. So we just had lunch a little bit ago. We had tacos. Did you like your tacos? Mm-hmm. Okay. We had tacos and
It has chips.
And we had chips. Yes, it came with chips and salsa. So now it's time for baby to take a nap. So he has expressed wanting to lay on me. Okay.
I like this blanket here.
It's stuck? Okay.
Yeah.
He expressed wanting to lay down with me, so I'm going to go on ahead and put him to sleep and then finish working on the estimate I was telling you guys about. I made like the finishing, or put the finishing touches on it, but I need to like write up my report and put it in the file. So let me go on ahead and get him to sleep and I'm gonna do that. Y'all, so I'm talking low because little man is taking a nap. It took him forever to go to sleep. Like, oh my God. Anyway, so he is laying on the couch. So I actually just moved to his room to, you know, make this little portion. But I'm finally done with that estimate I was telling you guys about. Things are a little bit more difficult when you have a kid in the house. So for those of you that work with a kid home full time, I definitely feel your pain. I've done this before. It's been a while because I do have like a daycare school set up, but you know, today was just one of those days where he had to stay home. So He is in the living room. That gave me a chance to just kind of go over that actual payment, put the finishing touches, because I didn't want to submit the payment and then it ended up getting rejected because I forgot to do something. So I had to like really zone in, but it took me longer than expected. So I just submitted that for payment. Once it's approved, then I'll call the customer to go over the details and next steps. This is on the transfer claim. I think I was kind of briefing you guys about that earlier. I have another transferred one where I need to resolve a difference between our vendor that went out and provided an estimate and the customer's vendor. It's like $100,000 off. Yep, so there's gonna be a lot of work. But basically, I got an agreement with the insurance contractor to meet with them on site. I'm just waiting for our contractor to agree to meet us at that time, and then we'll be good to go on that. So things are moving, things are going. So just at this point, I'm just basically noting my file. So I'll pretty much be done. It is 2:46, so I have about like an hour and 15 minutes left. So I actually got done with everything in like pretty good time. But yeah, it's been a day. Not a bad day, but it's been a day. I'll come back and close it out in a little bit after I get done with these little notes. Oh, hey, so it is the next day. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday because we have a long weekend and I'm going to just say I could really use it. But I wanted to come back and end the vlog. Yesterday, after I got situated, like after that last clip, the baby stayed asleep for like another hour or so. So I was able to pretty much like close out the day. I was able to get what I needed to get done. I did submit a payment for that claim I was telling you guys about, but it got rejected by my manager. And we're going to talk about it today. I'm not like overly tripping about it because I don't think I had a good grasp of what was going on prior. I thought I just needed to put out like the payment and just update the estimate with a couple of things. But it looks like there's more to it than what I thought, but there's a lot of notes that are missing on that file from the previous adjusters. So that's like a whole thing, but my supervisor and I are going to talk about it today. So I'm actually happy about that, so she can give me some clear direction on what exactly is expected of me on this file. That's the tough thing about handling like transferred claims, because like when you handle a claim from start to finish, obviously you know what you did, you know what's going on, so it's easy because like you're there from the start. But when you kind of come in the middle, and I'm coming in like 4 months after, I don't know what's all been paid and the notes are kind of spotty. So I'm basically trying to like just piece everything together myself. So thank God my supervisor is going to assist me with that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. So you got to see me work through a day in the life with a toddler. I don't do it as often these days because since I am in the field, like he needs to be in a daycare situation. So, I always can kind of like come and go as I please as far as like going on my inspections. But the beauty of this job is that I can still schedule my inspections around him if I'm in a situation where I don't have daycare or he can't go to school for some reason. So the tips that I've given before still work. Things change, obviously, as your kid gets older because their needs change. But basically, like trying to stick with the routine, making sure that you utilize those breaks and lunchtime so you can, make sure the kid eats, make sure that you interact and stuff like that. And for God's sakes, make sure they have something to do to keep them occupied so you can get some work done. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, definitely go on ahead and give me a thumbs up. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already subscribed and you made it this far, please go on ahead and click the subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything from me. And with that being said, you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.
You mad that they don't salute you. I need a bag, size is super. They turned your bag, it's like I never knew you. Leader.